was called Nasty Bitch.
Oh shit! Then y'all was talking like Megan Cardi before Cardi.
Baby, yes, we was doing that, you know. But he heard it. And he was like, "Oh my, like my daughter's rapping like that." But I was like, "You gotta admit I go hard." And he was like, "All right,
That's
y'all
my
don't touch
daughter.
her though." He was like,
In the Cut with Kirk James podcast. We are back from commercial break. I go by the name of Kirk James. We got that boy G3 off camera.
Yes, sir. G3.
We got at Nasty Buck in the cut. No pun intended. And we got Muddy Waters. He's not here right now, but we got a special guest in the building. It's been a long time coming. Go ahead and introduce yourselves to the people real quick, if you don't mind. Go ahead.
"Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Miss Blue. I'm a rapper, actress, writer, and I also have my own talk show, Miss Blue Radio Show. Check me out and follow me on Instagram at Real Miss Blue Radio Show."
Real Miss Blue Radio Show. So just how did you get into this field of just music, entertainment? I know you act. I know you create content. You're a podcaster. We kind of in the same lane on the cool. I like to call myself a jack of all trades.
Master of none.
Don't
Yes.
jack my shit because that shit is being trademarked right now. But yeah, just what made you just want to jump into all of those different fields?
Well, I've been doing music for a while, but it was something that I always was interested in. I started with Beat King in high school. So
What do you mean you started with BK?
yeah, so I got recruited in the original C3E, and I forgot where he transferred from, but I'm from Jersey Village, and they was looking for female rappers, and everybody knew I rapped and sang. So they asked me to come to the studio to record some music, and I did, and it was like, "You in the group." So I thought it was just a phase, honestly, but I really went on from there to performing in college and on TV a few times, and I was like, you know what? This is really what I enjoy doing. I love to do it.
But the initial spark from rapping was through B King's crew, or
Well, the initial start was, I think that was just something embedded in me. Neither one of my parents rapped and did music, but my dad had the best music collection I've ever heard. I'm sorry. And we would get his Scarface, Ghetto Boys instrumentals and rap to those without permission.
Without permission,
And so
of course.
I got my ass in a hot chair one time because he was listening outside the door. I thought he was gone at work, and I'm just rapping hardcore, like
Explicit.
oh blast this, like I'm going crazy. And my dad opened up the door. He like, "Oh yeah," and I'm like, "Oh my goodness." He like, "Oh, you gonna do what?" And he say, "Run it back." And I go, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe like I'm gonna be in trouble." But I rapped, and he was like, "You good?" He said, "But you in trouble because you was playing with my instrumentals without permission. But you good." So he bought me a karaoke, and then I would perform in front of my family, and that's really how it started.
Really?
Yeah,
Just
that's
performing in
really
front
how
of
it started.
After getting in trouble with Pops,
After getting in trouble, yeah.
performing karaoke in front of the fam.
All the time, because my family going to tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Girl,
for
go
sure.
sit down if you ain't got no skills.
Like,
Yeah,
get a job.
Yes, they mean. But I really had something going, like singing. I did choreography at the time. I was always into entertainment.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay. That's great. And just, growing up in a black household, it's just sometimes your parents don't necessarily, or your people don't necessarily support your goals because they don't see the profitability in that. They see,
Facts.
okay, how are you going to get from A to B? How are you going to support yourself? What's the plan
Right.
B? So, how was it going through that stage when you told them, yo, this is what I really want to do. I know I'm working, I'm doing X, Y, and Z, but this is my main objective.
Woo.
How did things transition from that point?
I'm going to tell you, and this is a funny story, and I have never told this story, like, in front of anybody.
Exclusive!
This is an exclusive story.
Yes, sir.
My dad didn't really want to take me serious after that. He bought the karaoke and was like, "You performing in front of your family, that's one thing."
Right.
But I was really making albums at the school, passing music out. We selling music, and this is what I really want to do.
Right.
He wasn't having that. So we recorded a few songs with B King, and it was like
B King, when he was
12
B
time-
King or when he was
12
regular?
when he was, well, I can't say necessarily regular, but
Or-
before he blew up major. Everybody knew he was gonna blow up.
When did B King blow up? What song was that?
I'm
trying to
Crush. Drop-
Grambling.
Crush is probably.
Was
Yeah.
it out in
He blew
Grambling,
up
huh?
he blew up at like PV
But I'm talking about
or
the song
something.
though.
Oh.
It was
Okay.
Crush. Drop it,
Crush
Crush,
was
I
probably the
believe
song?
with
Okay.
Just Brittany featured.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
Crush.
but so it was like 12 of us, and I just had the guys come to my house to talk to my dad because he wasn't having it.
Of course.
And he listened to some of our music, and he was just like, he heard a track, and I just knew it. I was like, it was called Nasty Bitch.
Oh shit! Then y'all was talking like Megan Cardi before Cardi.
Baby, yes, we was doing that, you know. But he heard it, and he was like, "Oh my daughter's rapping like that." But I was like, "You gotta admit, I go hard." And he was like, "All right,
It's
y'all
my
don't touch
daughter."
her though." He was like, "Y'all don't touch on her. Don't she ain't like that, you know." But
Right the mic, right the
he
mic.
supported after that. We started performing in school and different talent shows and stuff, and he knew then I took it really serious.
What you want to say? You sound like you wanted to. I thought.
When she said the name of the song.
Oh yeah, that was the right.
Oh.
Woo!
Nasty bitch.
Hell yeah. And I did not want to record that song. I was so mad at B King. I was like, this is disgusting. He was like, get your ass in that booth and rap.
Get your ass in that
I
booth
don't
and
care
rap.
about that. I
Spit
was
some
like,
bars.
oh
That's
my
all I want to
gosh,
hear.
ew.
Okay, so just so when did you start to like transition into like the podcast game, into the content game? When did you feel the necessary need to make that transition? Just because a lot of people, they feel
Yeah.
like, yo, we only got to stay on music. But in this day and age, I feel like if you a jack of all trades, like I like to call myself, I think that makes yourself more versatile. So when did you
True.
saw that, yo, I can do all this?
Well, with the podcasting, I kind of got into it for different type of reasons.
Mhm.
One of the main reasons was I found myself as I got older being an extroverted introvert. So
I say that all
I'm
the
all the
time.
way extrovert back then, but I noticed like my social media go cold turkey. And I'm not the type of person to like be fake, like pretending
Right.
that I got something going on. I'll tell you straight up, I ain't got nothing going on right now.
Oh, right to the mic.
And I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
So I would see that and I'm like, oh damn, it's been like 2 months and they ain't seen me do nothing. So somebody was like, you need to maybe get into radio, and I do like interviewing. I have very strong opinions. And so I was like, let me just go ahead and get into it. And I did some interviews with 2 radio stations. And it was not easy. I'm telling you, it was like the format with the real big keyboard and all that I had to learn all by myself. It was like the real deal.
You were conducting the interview, or you were being interviewed?
I was being interviewed at first, but then afterwards, the guy was like, you could do this. Like,
Right.
your opinion, you wasn't shy. You was asking questions. And I was like, I mean, y'all opening? And he was like, y'all have any openings? Nope. Okay, 3 months later, I saw an opening, and I tried out for it.
Right.
And the guy was skeptical. He was just like, you're a rapper. You probably don't have no people skills. Interviewing
Exactly.
and rapping is 2 different things. And I was like, give me a try.
Give me a chance.
And I was doing it ever since. It's going on 3 years now.
3 years?
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Hell yeah. I just know,
Mhm.
like, a lot of people try to stay in one box, try to stay in one lane. We good?
Right.
Try to stay in one
Mhm.
box, try to stay in one lane. So I just know it takes a lot of courage and a lot of confidence to really step into that role. Well, you know what? I'm not just an artist. I can act. I
Right.
can articulate myself and host a show. So I have the similar type of mindset. I don't think I know I can make good music, but at the same time, I know I can create powerful, engaging content, and I know I can make good music, and I know I can be good on screen. So it's just always refreshing to speak to people who have a similar mindset.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
you have to have you have to be locked in, you have to be disciplined, you have to be a hard worker, and that's easier said than done. And for me, like my hard thing is what I'm struggling with is consistency and being just developing a successful routine. So like, do you have a routine, or when did you start to have you always been super disciplined? Because I've noticed that with me, I can do all these things, but it's a difference in my discipline is not where it needs to be for me. That's what I noticed for myself. So how do you feel about that overall? Just
I think you are speaking to somebody with the same situation going on. I don't have no discipline. I started getting discipline from working at the radio stations
right.
because I realized the format was like, look, I need you here every Tuesday. I need you here at this time, not that time.
Right.
You're late, you're out. That's what kind of helped me get discipline. I was like, okay, this guy was really on my ass. And I was like, okay, you need to be this every time. They need to hear you coming in at this time, because if you're late, then it's like people get used to the show, and then they're like, okay, where's Miss Blue? She's late. She's not gonna be here. So I
Not
kind of
prepared, yeah.
copycat off that format, and I said, okay, I can't do every day, but I could tune in on Thursdays, and
Right.
I could do my content and do my interview so everybody can expect me to say something on Thursdays.
Right.
But I'm not gonna lie, I still struggle with the discipline too.
It's tough.
It really is.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Especially when you got when you got a family, or when you just got expectations from other people that you have to like
Right.
accomplish and that you have to take care of. It is tough. So I just find myself just always trying to find a successful routine just for me to get to where I want to go. Because I have huge goals. I know where I'm going to be. But at the same time, it could get overwhelming. So I like talking
That's
to
true.
people about what's their mindset, how do they get focused, how do they stay on a routine. I just always like to get tips from people in the same field as me.
Well, when it comes to as far as tips and routines, I've been writing everything down since I was a kid. I honestly say if you write everything down and look at it like a planner, or if you have a calendar on the wall, that
Mhm.
helps me. Because sometimes you can't remember everything, or sometimes it's like, I know you don't want to like double book.
Right.
At the beginning, that was kicking my behind. But I started to write everything down, and like I'm more organized. I look at my planner. I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to do this. These are my goals for the month, and that's how that works for me. Writing everything down,
Writing everything
because it's
down.
like a goal, like my goal, and then the little lines, and this is what I got to do to get this goal accomplished.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely. And real quick, last thing, because I'm not there yet, but I do want to hop into the acting space. How do you feel about just acting in general? I know you got a new project. I've been seeing you promote. Just shed a little light on that. Just about
Yeah.
acting in general, and where they can catch you in the next your next project.
Well, acting has always been another one of my passions. I took acting in high school, college, and outside of college.
So you did plays in high school.
I did plays, acting school. I was supposed to go to graduate from AMDA, but anthrax happened at the time.
Anthrax.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
September 11th, that was a real deal. Like even the following years, applications got rejected, and that was really devastating for me. So I love acting. I've done a few movies out here. Right now, we're working on Behind Closed Doors 2 with Jonathan Milton. I'm really excited about that. And I'm doing the Concerned Citizen for Hula Mother Opera with Marcus Mudd. That's gonna be a good one too. So, I mean, yeah, just check out. I told you to follow on Miss Blue Radio Show, because that's where I'm promoting everything.
Yeah, I'm about to say I follow all the content.
Yes.
On Miss Blue Radio Show for sure. I want to know somebody like me. I'm interested in acting. I want to.
I was just
get
about
my
to
face
say.
out there. I want to be on camera.
Well, you need to follow Katrina Jayla World Productions, and you need to follow Jonathan Milton, because they're doing like really, really big things. It's Joseph
Locally
Elmore.
too?
Yes, they're out here like putting people on and putting people in a position. Like they booked Omar Gooding and a whole bunch of people in main
Really?
films. Like it's really.
Do I
a
need
good
like
market.
headshots and just what do I need to be taken seriously as? Because I do want to hop into some plays and acting. I've always been intrigued by that.
I'm going to
honestly.
tell you a secret that somebody told me.
Yeah, let me
If
know.
you don't have any acting experience, that's fine. Do get you a headshot. But one of the things you can do is an acting reel. And you can do that from your phone using InShot app. Learn 3 monologues and record yourself and say, I don't have any acting experience. I'm trying to get into it, but here are 3 monologues showing 3 different sides of you. That works.
Okay, I'm
Mhm.
definitely gonna check that out. Last thing, real quick, before we hop into commercial and hop on these topics for the last
Yes.
segment. How do you feel about just being a woman in this industry, in this entertainment industry? I got some more questions I'm gonna ask you next topic. Just some
For
stuff we
sure.
normally argue about just on the podcast with all men. So I always like to hear a woman's perspective. But just
Absolutely.
how do you manage just moving around in this industry?
I'm a pit bull in a skirt. So nobody stepped to me sideways. I'm straight 1,000. Anybody I ever did business with know Miss Blue don't play. If you hear a bad story, it's because they got on my bad side with my money or my business and my time. But other than that, I just keep it real with people. I am professional at my job. We could play after we get the work done, but I'm big on my business. I don't play when it comes to my brand. And I think when dealing with dudes, I won't just blame it all on the men. I will say that I've seen for myself a lot of women play that. I look good. I got a big booty. I got, I'm going to put myself over. When you put yourself out there like that, men will treat you just like that.
Yep.
I can honestly say that I've never really had issues where men were trying to sleep with me or treating me like I was a whore because they know, oh, Miss Blue 1000, like,
Yeah,
we
you
can
ain't
shoot the
playing
shit, but, and it's so you have to carry yourself like a queen in these streets to be respected by these dudes. And you got to know your business. But that's any aspect of the game. But you have to know your paperwork because most guys don't want to honestly deal with you if you don't.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm trying to do business with these dudes and break bread and make money, and bring something to the table. So I definitely think it's important to know the whole ropes of the industry, especially if you're trying to get into it.
For sure. Miss
Yeah.
Blue out here dropping gems
Yes.
on you ladies right here. Like I said, we've been locked in for a minute and finally got her on the show. I need to come back on her show.
Yes,
Uh,
you do.
shout
I got
out
some
my-
topics.
Real talk. Shout out my guy Ish out there. O's, my nigga. You said O's?
Oh, and he brought the bra. I was so nosy. I wanted to see it. She brought the bra.
Right in the mic.
She brought the bra.
Sierra O.
So I'm like, what is a O?
I like seen her in there, but I didn't
Woo!
say
Oh, you-
nothing. Let's get off.
Okay.
Let's go to commercial real quick.
Yes.
We got real Miss Blue in the building. We got at